He shouldn't overextend, first of all, because Caitlyn is around, and he should know this. He should know that Caitlyn is here, and he's gonna get stopped off the recall. Second of all, even if he knows that Caitlyn is in base, it's still a stupid decision making, because since you have the item in base, why would you get another wave? Because it's free? Well, it doesn't matter how free it is. Even if it, well, first of all, it's not free. Even if it would be free, it doesn't matter. Why? Doesn't matter because you have the item in base. So if you get 100 gold by pushing this wave, what are you gonna get? Potion. So here, he just gets punished immediately. I just hook the wall, I just lantern the Caitlyn, I just flayed this guy, and I just punish this shit player. He does have no idea how to play League of Legends, and this is a master tier AD carry. Hey guys, besides here, into this video we're gonna learn recall timings. It's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be fun. So this video is focused really hard on specifically how to base, when to base, how do you know if you have to recall, how do you know if you have to stay, what to do with the wave in certain scenarios. Enjoy. Perfect guys, so the first situation is in the master tier game. It's actually me on Nautilus Inutilus. So let's take a look on this recall timing. So the laning phase is pretty chill. We're not really gonna discuss about what Senna should do and the Xayah should do. Obviously we know that they're not gonna do what they're supposed to do, like push the lane, get prior and everything. So right now we're just gonna actually watch the lane, how this goes. Ezreal usually gets the push in this lane. And after this happens, well, they just want to play for Nunquiver, and Ezreal wants to play for Tyr and Shin. So ideally, they want to actually recall for this. When you play League of Legends, you need to keep these things in mind when it comes to playing the laning phase. It's good to have a goal in the lane and to kind of think about when do you ideally want to recall. It is usually in SoloQ, it's kind of hard to recall when it's ideal to recall, but it's still good to keep it in mind. So for example, right now, we just died, we got ganked. So right here, I'm basically asking you, what should we be doing right now? So the wave is slow pushing into them. In this case, if Udyr tries to stay, he has to kill too many minions and it will take a long time. So what's going to end up happening right here is that Xayah will have enough time to come back in the lane, because this wave is pretty big.
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster, but you cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. This is just $5. Go ahead and check it right now.
Pretty big to be pushed by Udyr, and if he does it and if he pushes it, then it's kinda bad. Why? It's because Xayah is gonna lose all of the minions. So what should they do? Well, Xayah come back in the lane, and yeah, it is true that some of you might say, oh shit, but she lost so much, no? It was bad. Udyr should have pushed. Not really, because at least she's gonna get this wave. If Udyr pushes, and well, if they don't crush somehow, it's gonna be a huge bad reward. So in this case, in this specific case, what's gonna end up happening is that Udyr, if he actually tried to push this wave, it would have been very bad for Xayah. Xayah was like, hey, this wave is bad, I know it's slow pushing into them, but at least let me get something, don't push it all. So he didn't push it all, so now he's gonna get like 5 minions right here. He'll get 5 minions, which is good of XP, and then he crushed. This is super good. So what should Ezreal do? Ezreal should trim the wave. How much should he trim the wave? He should trim the wave exactly when the minimum wave has 4 more minions. So he needs 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 2 he can get rid of. So right here, this is what Ezreal should have done, and this is what should have happened. And of course, Ezreal doesn't trim the wave. So if he doesn't trim the wave, they can easily fix it. They can easily fix it and push it really hard. Obviously, some of you could say, yeah, but Nautilus was mid lane, so of course they can push it through. But Ezreal, this guy is still gonna be always hard stack master tier, because he doesn't have any idea on how to freeze properly. So first of all, Senna did the right thing here with the wave, and Udyr didn't push it because it was too big of a wave, and they wanted to actually give Xayah some CS, some experience, even though they knew that the wave is bad. And then of course Ezreal, also he didn't really know what is a freeze, how to freeze. He knew what is a freeze, but we can also see in master tier that people don't know how to set up freeze properly. Okay guys, second situation. let's go. Second situation. So Thresh, Caitlyn, Master Tier against Senna, Lucian. Let's see what they're gonna do in the laning phase. Of course, Thresh is gonna do Uga Buga, hook, everything, blah, 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 blah. And then after this, we can see that the Shaco, of course, misses the EQ over the wall, but they still die. This is a clown fiesta, and right here we get the kills. What should we do right now? And obviously, after this play is over, Caitlyn should just push the wave, and she should get a clean crash, preferably into the tower. We're kind of low, and we can see that Senna is actually to freeze the wave. The thing is, in this case, if she pulls the minions like this, the minion wave that we actually have is quite big, so this means that she's gonna lose a significant amount of HP to freeze this. This means it's actually not worth for Senna to do this, especially without potions. So usually when you're freezing like this, when you're pulling the minions like this, you have to take a few factors into consideration. One, how big is the wave that you're tanking? Two, how much HP you're gonna lose of that. Now it's pretty big wave, you're gonna lose a little bit of HP, definitely because the cannon. And third, and sometimes more importantly, but not in these cases, where is the next minion wave? You can see that the next minion wave is pretty close to the tower, so his incoming minion wave is quite close to the tower, but it does not matter because right now Caitlyn tried to stay here. Obviously Caitlyn knew that the jungle is not really around, so this is why she made this play. Usually if you know that jungle can be around, like we did actually, if we didn't know with its echo, this Caitlyn wouldn't make this play, and she will just be like, hey, I'm gonna let her freeze, it's fine, I'm not gonna punish her, but it's because I'm not gonna take the risk to kill her, because if maybe I kill her, or maybe she flashes out and Echo kills me. So now Caitlyn knows exactly that Echo is right here because we saw him through mid lane, so this is why she makes this play. If she doesn't know where is Echo, she doesn't take the risk. So now she tries to actually kill this guy, because if he can kill this guy, he can also crush the wave. In fact, this is always a bad play. First of all, because the wave is already crushed, like these 3 minions, this one, we have two minions that are going to be into the tower, so they're going to be dead very, very soon, and we only have 3 minions, 3 casters. The thing is, with 3 casters, they are not able to freeze. The enemy team needs minimum 4 casters to be able to freeze. Therefore, in this specific case, Caitlyn should not have forced this play. Yes, I agree with her that she would need to force this play if this is a freeze, and say there was one more caster, and say she knew that these minions are under the tower, so they will die soon, but they will still remain 4 casters that are untouched. In that case, I would consider forcing as Caitlyn, just because if I force, it allows me to be able to crush the wave in time. It does allow me to crush the wave because I need to crush the wave if it would be a freeze, but it's not a freeze here. So what Caitlyn did here is very, very bad. Guess what, guys? This is the same game. Let's see what's gonna end up happening right here. Master tier, GGBG. Let's see. So I'm going in right here. I try to hook this solution, and they actually win this quite easy because, well, we have first strike Caitlyn in the meta. I completely hate Caitlyn with first strike, especially against tanks. They have Maokai mid, completely dog shit, but we're not going to talk about this. So they actually kill us, and this is really good. What Lucian should do is that he should get a clean crash. In this case, he doesn't really need the help of his jungle because he's actually seeing the Shaco on top lane. Therefore, pushing this wave is pretty easy and pretty safe. Therefore, he should actually push it by himself, which he does. He actually queues all of the minions right here so he can be efficient. He is, and he tries to push this. Right now, he also goes for the clean recall, but then after he goes for the clean recall, he actually decides to stay. In this case, he needs to actually be very careful with this, because this is a huge thing. First of all, you can only stay here in specific cases if you know that the Caitlyn and Thresh, they're unable to actually kill you by staying, or sometimes they might actually be able to stop your recall, and if they are going to be able to stop your recall or actually kill you, it's always bad to stay. So now Lucian needs to think, hey, is this Caitlyn in the first quadrant? Is the Caitlyn in the second quadrant? Or is this the Caitlyn in the third quadrant? If she's in the first quadrant, Lucian, in some situations, he can push the wave if he has enough power to push it in time. In the second quadrant, it's more complicated. Usually it's bad to push because they can stop your recall. And in the third quadrant, it's a stupid decision if you're doing that. So what they should be doing right here, if they're smart, they should be tracking the Caitlyn. So right now, let's see it. So Caitlyn just died, right? 2 seconds. It takes 30 seconds from her to get from base to the lane. 30 seconds, 3-0. But now she's actually died, so she does have the extra movement speed in the base that she's benefiting that from. So we need to take that into consideration. So let's say 25 seconds from base to here. So now Caitlyn is gonna be around here. Caitlyn is gonna be around here. Caitlyn B is gonna be around basically, I think, right here. Okay, I was very close. So is this decision making that the Lucian does good? It's bad. It is bad. If it's for a huge power spike like Kraken Slayer, maybe you can consider doing it, especially because, well, you're gonna be able to get these 3 minions at least pushed in. Shaco is stopped, so no one can punish you, and then you can dash away of the trash. Of course, you also have to be thinking about what can kill you in the lane, which is the trash hook, but he has the flay. The problem is that the only situation when you can consider staying for this so greedy is when you really need an item. And unfortunately, Lucian had enough for the Noonquiver. So this is a completely dog shit decision making. It's a dog shit, so he's overextended. He shouldn't overextend, first of all, because Caitlyn is around, and he should know this. He should know that Caitlyn is here and he's gonna get stopped off the recall. Second of all, even if he knows that Caitlyn is in base, it's still a stupid decision making, because since you have the item in base, why would you get another wave? Because it's free? Well, it doesn't matter how free it is. Even if it, well, first of all, it's not free. Even if it would be free, it doesn't matter. Why? It doesn't matter because you have the item in base. So if you get 100 gold by pushing this wave, what are you gonna get? Potion. So here, he just gets punished immediately. I just hook the wall, I just lantern the Caitlyn, I just flay this guy, and I just punish this shit player. He does have no idea how to play League of Legends, and this is a master tier AD carry. He's winning in master tier, and he didn't really know recall timing. So we learned that when considering to push one more wave or stay in the lane, look at your goal first of all, see if there is anything significant extra that you can actually get by greeding. Second of all, always think about the position of the trash and the position of the Caitlyn, and if they are close to you and they might actually stop your recall, you should consider not staying, or obviously if they might actually kill you, don't stay there. Please don't stay. Just recall.